I'll tell you what is massive, and that is having a Premier League winner on Leicester Fan TV. And here is Danny Simpson.
That's mad.
Hey guys,
that's brilliant.
Hey,
That's mad. You just made my day.
Do you know how pleased we are, Danny?
Absolutely mad. That is mad.
Yeah.
We just can't believe we've got you on, mate.
Oh my word!
No problem.
You've just made our day, mate.
Man. You've just made our day. Cheers.
Danny,
You can't go and get the. You can't go and get the medal out the safe and just show it us.
Yeah.
Danny,
you know.
we know you've just been.
I might do after this. Yeah, after this call. Yeah.
Danny, you've been doing some Zoom training. You were telling us.
Yeah, literally. I'm with I had a running session too this morning, and then it was 2:45 was a Zoom session about 8 to 10 of the lads and the fitness coach. So yeah, we've just done that, and then now tomorrow's like a rest day. So you can put your feet up tomorrow. Danny, you joined Leicester in 2000 and it was about 2014, I think. Did you ever, you'd had a great career before that. Did you ever think, I'm joining Leicester City and we're going to go on and win the Premier League? No, never.
We didn't either. We didn't
either. Listen, I wish I could say, that's what I was thinking, but it was definitely not. For me, it was... I knew it was going to be a difficult situation to come into with Richie being, the main right back for a number of years. But Steve Walsh said that, at some point he believes it's what the squad needs. So obviously I was up for the challenge, and so it was I moved out of London and I came up, and I knew a lot of the players there anyway, so it was easy to transition. Yeah, Tom, have you got a question for Danny?
Yeah, I was going to say, you've just answered. You came into the season, we were in the Great Escape season. That was something. Hello, Danny?
Is that where I couldn't hear that? What did he say?
Oh, sorry. He can't hear you, Tom. Sorry, Tom. Danny.
I'll fire away if you want. Danny, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What was your favourite game of that season, winning the league? Which game was your favourite game?
I think being even if I wasn't a Man United fan, I think the City game, just the way we performed as a team, and just to do that against a team that obviously was always a rival to me as a kid growing up. Yeah. And then for us to do that, not just to do it the way we did it, but to do it at the Etihad, I thought we was absolutely excellent that day, and I think that's maybe when a lot of other teams maybe thought, oh, they have a good team.
Yeah, we all believed that game as well.
That's
where most of us started believing that we was going to do it. Was that game? Yeah, because I think if I remember at times, I think we maybe even could have won by more, or the way we played. And I remember everyone coming in and we kind of all had a little moment, and it just all looked at each other. Yeah. And thought, oh, we're not too bad.
Ooh.
Yeah. Was that, Danny? It was like we were shocked, but we shouldn't have been.
A lot of fans say they felt like the Man City away day was just like an epiphany for the fans, going, oh my gosh, we actually could win it. One of the other ones was Crystal Palace away when we won 1-0. Again, which was it, the Man City game when you looked at each other and sort of thought, do you know what, we could be in here? Yeah, but even do you remember the Watford game? When
we remember them all, Danny.
Yeah, we remember them all. I think Watford was one of the games where we actually, for only a small amount of games, where we played after Tottenham.
Yeah.
And I think
Riyadh scored 1-0.
Yeah, Riyadh just scored maybe last 15 minutes, put it in the top corner and the edge of the box. I remember that being a tough game, and it was more pressure because I'm sure Tottenham played before us. So I remember that as well, and we wasn't playing that well, but you had players like Riyadh who could just bit of magic and you win 1-0.
There's one game that sticks in my mind, Dan. It probably sticks in yours. Is the Arsenal away game on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, cheers for that.
I'm more. No, but not about the actual game. About all the photos that they put on afterwards. Did that actually fire you up a little bit more to seeing them thinking, oh, well, they beat Leicester, we're going to win the league, because that's what everyone, all the Leicester fans thought. Did that fire you up a bit more?
Yeah, no, I think it was like we were a little bit surprised because they were celebrating, scoring in the last minute at home against 10 men. Against 10 men, which I think the lads were turned down to 10 men for, I think, maybe 35 minutes, which felt to me like 35 days. But yeah, for me, obviously after that, I know they put that up, but I think I just went home pretty disappointed and I thought I'd let everyone down. And I remember it was Valentine's Day. I just remember the whole thing, and I just felt like if we don't win the league now, it's down to this red card. And but Claudio, he came in and was really clever, and he just said, "Have a week off."
Right.
And he went, "Have a week off, clear your heads. I don't want you to train this week and be down. Go home, see your family, see your friends, go away." He said, "When you come back next week, we go again." And honestly, we all went away. And then come back on the Monday and we kicked on.
Danny, was that a Claudio Ranieri impression we almost heard then? Come on, can you do one?
No, I'm not good at
Do it.
No.
Tom, come on then, Tom.
That's all I can do.
I don't know, Danny, if you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Season after winning the league, of course, we then had the Champions League football, and there was some amazing nights at the King Power. But the standout game has to be the Seville at home and going through to the next round. What was it like coming out of the tunnel? Because the atmosphere in the ground was electric that night, and then going on to win the game with an Albrighton strike.
Yeah, I think that was one of my favourite nights. The Champions League's tough. It doesn't matter who you're playing, and but I think that game we just shown again, because we was having a tough time in the league, and I think that was it shown again to everyone that was maybe criticising us that we are fighters, and against our lads again we can get through a difficult game, and that night we did that. And just a bit for me unfortunate that the game against Atletico Madrid, if we had VAR now, that obviously we lost 1-0, but it would have been a free kick, not a penalty.
Yeah.
If you remember, I think.
Yeah.
We all remember that.
Yeah, it's Mark O'Brien, wasn't it? And he's outside the box, and I just think if we came back to King Power 0-0, it would have been a completely different game, I think.
Danny, I thought after the dream of winning the Premier League, I actually thought it's going to go on. I thought we were going to win the Champions League. Did you?
Yeah,
did you? Did you?
Did you? Were you talking about that in the changing rooms?
No, it's funny because we wasn't speaking about trying to win the league at any point. We didn't mention that. We actually didn't speak about that. But then the Champions League, we were like, it's one-off games. Why not? And again, you're going into playing these teams that are experienced in that competition. I don't think them kind of teams have ever played against a team like us. And yeah, I just think if we'd have come back to King Power 0-0 from that Atletico game, I think they'd have been a bit more nervous, and with the fans and the crowd, I think we might have drew 1-1 anyway, was it?
Yeah, you drew 1-1.
Yeah, so and that was we were 1-0 down. So I think if imagine being 0-0 in that game at home,
and I think we had two cleared off the goal line as well. I think your Joao and Vardy had 2 cleared off just after he scored.
Yeah, I think which have been Chilwell had a chance.
That's it, Chilwell. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Danny, do you feel if we had N'Golo in the squad, we would have definitely gone all the way?
You can't say no to that. It's like no disrespect to, I think Wilfred was even playing then, but Wilfred that was playing then isn't Wilfred now. He's developed and progressed so much since then. But yeah, I think if we had N'Golo, then I think we got to the quarterfinals, we missed it by a goal or so, and if we had him, then I definitely agree we had a better chance, and we could have been playing in the semis.
Yeah.
And Danny, go on, Jamie.
I was going to say just a quick message from an old friend of yours, Danny, Sam Bailey. says, "Hope you're behaving," and she misses you at Leicester.
Tell her, hi Sam.
And she's still got your shirt on the wall. She hasn't taken it down just because you've left.
Danny, what I was going to say is that back four, that back line for Leicester in that couple of seasons, with yourself obviously in there, Robert Huth, Wes, Fuchsie as well. It was almost no nonsense, wasn't it? You were all just really, really going through the motions. Was it probably the best back line you were part of, or how did it rate?
Yeah, well, it's funny because Wes, as I say, Wes rang me last night because there was a game on Sky Sports at West Ham when we drew 2-2, and Wes rang me last night, and we were just reminiscing a little bit because all me and Wes did was argue for 90 minutes. We were talking about it last night because honestly, I said something could happen on the left wing with Mark O'Brien, and it didn't work out, and he shouted at me, and I was like, "What's that got to do with me?" Now we were just having a laugh because we literally, for terms of me and him, we just kept each other on our toes. We'd shout at each other, we'd demand a lot of each other, and it's partnerships. And as a back four, we were just solid, and everyone kind of knew to help your mate out if he was going to make a mistake. And I think we all helped each other out. If someone first made a mistake that never actually led to a big mistake, it was like we didn't even need to talk to each other; we just knew.
Yeah,
that's good.
Tom.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you told me Leicester. The one thing for me was such a shame you never scored, and I still don't know how you didn't score against Southampton. And I remember after the game you were talking. I remember you pointed towards the goal, but still trying to work out how the ball did not go in the net after that game.
Mate, I'll tell you what, I got so much stick. I got so much stick off the boys. I was already celebrating before I kicked it. And I just took my eye off it for I was already thinking about how to celebrate.
Can you show us now? Can you show us how you celebrate now?
You've got a few prepared.
It's probably a good thing because I probably would have got sent off. So.
And the other question I was going to say, do you remember your song? What the Leicester fans finally gave you a song, and can you remember it?
No, I can't.
Right back when you won the league. How was it?
So it was.
Oh yeah, in the Danny
Simpson. He was right back when we won
the league. Yeah.
What?
Gareth Southgate. Yeah.
Put the beat.
In the England.
There was talk of that at one point. It was close. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be, and I think maybe the same for Mark O'Brien. But
yeah.
It's one of them things, and but ultimately, we do your best for Leicester, and anything else is out of your hands.
Can I ask one final question quickly, Phil?
Yep.
Jamie Carragher, your little spat.
Oh yeah, I knew you were going to bring it up. I knew it.
Yeah,
I do all the controversial. Yeah. That's so funny, mate. Fair play to you.
Nah, do you know what? It was just one of them. I think started off as a bit of banter, but that's more because I'm obviously from Manchester. He's a Scouser, and obviously he was hammering the boys a little bit, and because the season after wasn't going so well, and Wes sent me a picture of him in a Everton kit, and just thought, why not? And it kind of escalated, but he's all right now. We got on well now. It's one of them things. It escalated, but he was a bit of banter on it.
Funny.
I've got one more question from Sam Bailey. I think she might be setting you up here a bit. What is the funniest prank you've ever played at the club? Now, she must have some stories, and I think she's setting you up here a little bit.
I always ask the rib stories, to be fair. So,
maybe she should. I don't know. Maybe she should.
Maybe she should tell us.
We'll get Sam back on. I think
we'll get Sam back on and ask her herself then.
And if it is one of the funny, I probably wouldn't be allowed to say it. So
no, yeah.
Oh, we'll leave it.
You keep that one.
I'll have a word. I'll give her a ring later and tell her she's just set me up. I think.
My last question. My last question. What was that party like? Come on.
The night we won the league.
It must have been bonkers.
one of the best nights of my life. You know what? I remember the next day we was in training in R10 and all the cameras were down and.
Oh.
I came here 2 weeks ago and I was there for about an hour when I was wet. How many drinks did I have? I had about 4, man. I was like, whoop.
Was you lagging when you got in?
I was just like standing.
I have no idea what's going on.
I think we seem to have lost you, Danny. Danny, can you still hear us? I think we've lost Danny on the stream. Can you hear us, Danny?
Oh, there you go.
Oh, brilliant.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Thanks,
we
Danny.
lost you. We
just lost you there for a minute.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was just saying about the night.
Honestly.
It was a good night.
Yeah, it was a good night.
Yeah,
how did Wes end up on the floor?
It was a good week.
Being dragged around.
Probably Vass, I think.
Oh, the beast! You wouldn't say no to him, would you?
Well, I think he's the only one that could probably pull him. So. But yeah, no, I remember we had a good week, and it was, I think as well, we drank a lot that week, and then we went into Everton, and I think we played really well considering,
the week you'd had.
Yeah, but no, it was good. Listen, I could go back to that time. I would.
Phil, should we wrap this up how we normally do? And ask about the season.
Go on then, chap it.
Yeah, Danny, how would you finish the season? Just hand them the title.
Listen, it's difficult. I think obviously we've got to. Obviously we've got to think about people's health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I want to be back playing football. I want to be back training. I don't want to be getting the sessions and running around the local park. But ultimately, we've got to make the right decision for the country and people's health. And for me, it's just you just don't want a second spike. But obviously, if there's a chance that we can finish the season, then let's do it. And if there's not, then I would leave everyone in the positions that they're in. And I would just say start next season as a fresh season.
Yeah.
I think that's fine, Danny. Listen, we're going to let you go, Danny, because we so appreciate you taking the time out today. Let me say to you, Danny, it was an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Leicester fans are watching Huddersfield because obviously there's you there. There's Kingy, Richard Stearman.
That's just been a session with Kingy then as well, yeah. He was in the Zoom session with me, yeah.
Oh, bless. It's fantastic. But Danny, honestly, it's been the biggest pleasure having you on and taking time to come and join the Leicester fans.
You gave us memories.
Cheers, Danny. Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks so much.
Thanks, Danny.
Cheers, pal. Thank you.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Well, there's Danny Simpson. We pulled it off, lads.
Wow.
I've got all goosey just talking.
I know.
I've
never been so nervous trying to do all the editing and all the stuff on the fly.
Yeah.
In case I press the wrong button on him. But we've got a Premier League winner on finally.
Wow, that was mad.